Hello and welcome to the Musical Instrument Investigator. Today we're on the website of Gardiner Houlgate Auctioneers based in the UK, and we're going to have a look at one of their latest auctions, which is guitars and guitar related stuff. Now, those of you that have been on the channel before will know that Gardiner Houlgate, big auction house, they do lots of different stuff, and a few times a year they have a big grouping of musical instrument related auctions, like 5 or sometimes 6 auctions, either guitars or musical instruments and memorabilia, like audio tech stuff, whatever. There's a whole load of different auctions, and this is the first one of those, which is coming up on the 5th of March. It's the 3rd today, so a few days left to go for that. I'll put a link to the catalogue in the description. 395 lots in this, which is actually not too bad for Gardiner Houlgate. I do often complain a bit that they just put way too many items in their auction, and it's just not good for buyers or clients, but that's my personal opinion. But this one is a bit more realistic than some of them have been, but I haven't looked at the other catalogues yet, so they might also be a bit crazy. Anyway, so UK based auction, 26.4% is your buyer's premium, maybe a bit more with fees. So whatever this finishes, whatever instruments finish on the hammer price, you need to add 26.4%, and that'll be your final price. But then you've got to bear in mind import, export, shipping fees, all of that kind of stuff, maybe CITES restrictions. So there's lots of additional charges. So do your research and investigate it. This is a UK based auction, so if you're looking to bid UK worldwide, you need to take that into consideration. So yeah, without further ado, before we begin, if you do enjoy these videos, please consider subscribing, like, comment, turn on notifications, all of that fun stuff, because it really helps the channel. So there's a lot of items in this auction. Clearly we're not going to go and look at everything, otherwise this is going to be like a 6-hour video and everyone would probably pass out. So we're just gonna do a quick overview so you can see what is around and you can look at it yourself, like I said, through the link in the description. If there's anything that I see that I'm like, yeah, that's really cool, we're going to look into it a bit further, but otherwise we're just taking a little general look about what you can potentially buy at auction and what the estimates are. So it seems to be a lot of Fenders here. Got Fender FSR there from 2007, Fender American, got a jazz bass there, 2011, nothing too crazy so far. 2004 special edition telly there, 1983 standard telly there, it's already got some bids on that. 1986 Fender Strat, the 62 reissue, so some pretty cool stuff, but nothing crazy so far. 1988 Fender American. Let's have a quick look at this 2006 Fender Diamond Anniversary limited edition Telecaster. Like, it has the ashtray cover there. I do like the tellies with that, actually, I have to say. 700 to 1,000 on this. Limited run of 1,000 guitars there to celebrate the 60th anniversary. Nothing too crazy going on here. Bit of discoloration, etc, but I think all in all looks pretty good. I quite like this, actually. Nice. I really like Telecasters, but I'm not so much following kind of guitar things these days, but that is nice. 2001 Fender Artist Series, the Eric Clapton one, that will always be popular. 2009 Fender Custom Shop with a 57 Strat, that's actually quite nice looking. Let's see, Relic guitar there. Lake Placid Blue, which is a nice colour. Seafoam Green, that is my ultimate guitar kind of colour on like on a telly or a Strat. I'm pretty sure I owned like a telly that was seafoam green at some point, I'm pretty sure, but whatever, kind of guitar acquisition syndrome and all of that kind of stuff, I think I just got rid of stuff in the end. So more tellies here with the Bigsby, classic player one. Composite Telecaster, okay, interesting. So probably a bits caster made from bits there. Another one here, another one. Well, okay, quite a few composites. Thin line kind of one. It's one of these kind of flower ones that I'm not too keen on. I'm not really keen on the Paisley instruments either, to be honest. This has got one of those guitar synth things fitted to it, isn't it? Whatever they're called. Yeah, GK3. So, but pretty good at the time. Maybe it's a bit of an outdated system. 2002 Fender Classic Series, that's a nice colour. What are they calling that? blue finish. Okay, actually, I would have thought they would have called that something. 3 to 400. That's a really nice colour. I do like that. Right, let's carry on and see if there's anything crazy. 1979 Fender Strat. It's a hardtail. That's interesting with the big headstock. Subsonic baritone. 1973 Fender Precision bass there. It's quite interesting. 1970s Fender Telly. Let's have a look at that. Starting with 1000 to 2000 there. Yeah. Overall condition fair, body stripped and varnished. So yeah, you really need to, especially these old Tellys, well, old Fenders and Gibsons, really need to read the condition reports, because a lot of them have had some funny bits done to them. This interesting colour on this. 2004 Fender Custom Shop. 1997 American Classic Stratocaster. 1200 to 600. Looks like it's kind of sparkle finish there. Yeah, purple sparkle. Quite like that. That's quite interesting. Heavily modified 1966 Fender Mustang. Okay, cool. 500 to 1000. Amazing. That is absolutely awesome. Is that like Dugby or something like that? I can never remember what this is. Dougal, that's it, from the Magic Roundabout. Yeah, that's it. Dougal, that's quite funny. Yeah, overall condition poor, but I mean 1966, it's what on earth is actually going on here? I have no idea, but you can read it yourself and see what funny modifications be done. But yeah, might be a good opportunity to get an old Fender at a fairly reasonable price. There might be a few bidders on that. Some more classic series here. 27 Fender American Deluxe. Right, okay, interesting. 1990s Fender SB15 acoustic. Don't think I've seen this model before. 1000 to 1500 on that. Might just zoom out a tiny bit more so I don't cut off the tops of the headstocks. So, in 1990s, Fender decided it was time to make a significant mark in the acoustic guitar market by designing a world-class line of acoustic guitars. The recent success of several acoustic builders such as Taylor, LaRive and Breedlove, to name a few, prompted Fender to build all solid wood acoustic guitars in the USA to compete in this growing market. Okay, interesting. 440 guitars were made, hand-built from 1994 until early 1996 by a small group of master luthiers. However, the purchase of Guild, with their well-known, well-respected line of acoustic guitars, eliminated the need for Fender to break into the high-end acoustic market. Okay, yeah. Spring Hill series, interesting. Yeah, didn't really know about that at all, but yeah, makes sense. If you buy Guild, no point. You don't need to bother anymore. You got that market anyway. Right, what else? 2020 Fender American Ultra Strat there. 1973 Fender Telly. Modified 2007 Fender Strat there. Some more 2007 custom build. These Fender Performers, I think, are just pretty bonkers. Absolutely mad looking things. Really, 1200 to 2000, that seems like a little bit high. It's a bit of a niche model. Overall condition fair. Maybe these are worth money. Me personally, I didn't think they were kind of that popular, to be honest. Maybe rare, but not necessarily that popular. But anyway, 2019 Squire Fender. 1952 Fender Telecaster, into some crazy territory here. 12 to 18,000. Let's have a look at the pictures on that. It'd be interesting to see what the stuff is with that, what the deal is. What was that last picture? There was some weird stuff going on there. Okay, interesting. Let's definitely read up on this one. Fender Telecaster electric guitar made in USA. Original stripped and oil body, neck cavity repaired beneath the guard with wood insert, also visible within the treble cutaway. Okay, interesting. Overall condition fair. So it's had a lot of stuff done to it, but once again, if you want a 52 Telecaster, probably a rare opportunity to get one at a fairly low price. 1963 Fender Strat here. 15 to 20, so I presume there might be something interesting going on here as well. Let's see what they have to say. Overall condition good for age. Body sunburst finish with wear consistent for age. Finish buckle lost to back. Large patches of finish loss. Okay. Few bits replaced, so nothing too crazy. So actually, yeah, not too bad. I guess it's not the oldest of ones, but yeah, okay. 15 to 20,000. Be interesting to know what this high-end market is actually for guitars, because I'm quite out of the loop, to be honest. Then we've got some Fender American vintage reissues there. 2014 Fender Blacktop, 1996 Fender Strat. All of this stuff is pretty cool, but can't get into everything. 2006 Fender Strat, 1977 Fender Telecaster. Let's have just a quick look at that. 1500 to 2000. It's quite a nice one. 2015 Squire by Fender, classic vibe. 1966 Fender Mustang guitar. Okay, 1500 to 2000. Body white refinish, enlarged pickup cavity route from previous installed pickup. So fair conditions. It's a lot of, once again, funny business going on, but you know, if things have been messed around with, then you get an opportunity to get something that you might not be able to afford if it was in normal, really good condition. So bear that in mind. 1980s Fender Precision, left-handed there. It's American Series HSS. 1977 Fender Jazz Bass. Let's have a quick look at that, because I don't think we've looked at any basses properly. Looks, is this refinished, I wonder? Maybe not. 1800 to 2200. No, the standard black finish. Very good for age. There you go. Right, 1973 Fender Hardtail there. Okay, a 1962 Fender Strat here. So 7 to 9. So this definitely must have had some kind of refinish. Surely at that price, there must be some dubious things going on, or even replaced neck as well, or something like that. That neck looks really good condition, but maybe not. Body Fiesta Red Nitro refinished. There you go. But no, neck seems okay. Replacement decal though, refinished. Okay. Action high and neck slightly misaligned, so it needs some work. Fair condition. So yeah, I mean, an opportunity there once again, but it's gonna need a bit of work. So that's interesting. 2010 Fender American Special. 1978 Fender Strat. 1973 Fender Strat there. Nothing super crazy so far. I really like the Telecaster Elite model with like the, God, I never remember what the like lace sensor pickups. I think those are ones I really would love to have one of those, and they do occasionally come up at Gardiner Houlgate, but they're quite expensive, so I've never really bit the bullet on one of those. 2001 Fender Standard, 1997 Fender American, Fender Telecaster Custom. Let's carry on. Right, 1957 Fender Strat here. Let's have a look at the pictures on this. Pretty good auction if you like Fender stuff. It's definitely been played for sure. Some good wear on that. Let's just check the general specs of it and see what's going on. Two-tone sunburst finish, checking throughout. Good for age, so not going to read all of the super details, but 18 to 22,000 on that. It's got a few bits going on. 1979 anniversary Fender player there. 2014 Fender American Special. Oh, 1982 Squire. Interesting. This must be really early Squire. I wonder if this is like a Japanese Squire. That's really quite interesting. Yeah, that's curious. Let's check the details on that, because at 2,000, that's quite a lot of money now. 2 to 2.5, yeah. Made in Japan. There you go. Yeah, really interesting. It's the early Squire instruments. Yeah, these were the very first. Wow, 2 to 2.5. Wow, I was surprised that it's that much. I know that these are valuable, these original ones, but wow, that much now. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. Well, we learned something today, so that's good. Fender Lead 2. These are interesting ones there. Right, we're on to the next page. I feel like we need to probably speed up a bit because we're getting a little bit slow here. 2020 Fender Player, 2021 Fender American Ultra. It's Kurt Cobain Jaguar there. 2019 Fender American Original Telecaster Thin Line, 800 to 1200 there. Right, okay, another big hitter, 1965 Strat, 12 to 16. So a little bit of a later one. Let's have a look at this. She doesn't look in too bad condition. Looks like the decal is new or something, or it just looks a little bit weird. Let's see what they say here. 3-tone sunburst finish, like checking dings and marks. Neck, nicely worn. Maybe not. Yeah, it's difficult to tell sometimes. Has transitional features, including a green guard. Okay, so it's one of those instruments made on the border of a few changes on the production line, which are, I think, quite interesting. Fender TL52 Telecaster, it's quite nice. What else we got here? Squire, Avril Lavigne one there. 2014 Fender American. Got a Fender Coronado 12-string there, 1200. 1968 Fender Telecaster. Let's see, is this like the butterscotch finish? Is this what they usually call it, or is it something else? I always forget what the names are on these things. Oh, blonde, just blonde. Okay, 5 to 7. Good for age. Okay. Right, another Telecaster here. Let's see what it's saying here. Circus 1971, but it's been stripped to natural there. It's amazing how many of these instruments have been stripped or kind of refinished. Classic series there. Fender Custom Shop Acoustic. Okay, interesting. 2008 Fender Custom Shop Steven Stern Masterbuilt 50s, 2 to 3000. Look at that kind of quilt kind of top there. It's quite interesting. Yeah, trans blue quilted maple top. Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's quite nice. Maybe it's a little bit garish, the gold and the blue, but interesting anyway. Fender Jazz bass there. 1979 Fender Strat. 78 Telly. Right, we're on to Gibson now. Gibson Firebrand, one of the kind of low tier models, 800 to 1000. Okay. Let's see if there's any other interesting Gibson things going on here. 2014 Gibson 120th anniversary, 1988 ES335 Dot. That's interesting. 1967 ES335 12-string. Okay, yeah. 2.5 to 3.5. Yeah, interesting. Don't often see that 12-string model there. Good condition. Yeah, I think that's pretty curious. It's an interesting looking one. 1979 Gibson Les Paul, Gibson F35 folk singer there, Gibson Flying V reverse limited edition there. Another Flying V reverse there. 2007 Gibson RD Standard. Okay, current bid 1000 to 1500 there. Yeah, I think I prefer the original ones of those. Still fairly interesting. Okay, 1939 Gibson L5 Premier Archtop guitar. That's a nice looking instrument. And that's a nice looking guitar for sure. Yeah, got the original decal there at the top, so that's pretty cool. 8 to 12,000 there. Charlie Christian pickup there, which is a really beautiful design actually, I think, of a pickup there. It is thought that the Charlie Christian pickup and loom on this guitar were installed by Gibson in circa 1957. Okay, interesting. Yeah, really nice looking guitar there. Nice arch top, really nice. Yeah, 7,000, I can see it. 8 to 12 makes sense. 2005 Gibson SG, 1991 Gibson ES175, Gibson Les Paul Custom. That's a pretty extreme guitar. 1 to 2,000 on that. See what else we got here. 2012 Gibson left-handed, 1981 Gibson Les Paul Deluxe with these mini humbuckers. I don't know, aesthetically really can't get on with those. 1974 Gibson Les Paul. Let's see, we've got a 1959 Gibson ES 350T hollow body, 8 to 12 on this. Another pretty nice looking guitar. Not my favourite, I have to say, but pretty cool. Pretty cool looking instruments. Overall condition good there. Let's see what else. Gibson Marauder, quite like these. I like this colour, I have to say. This is a pretty bonkers colour. 2014 Gibson 120th anniversary Les Paul Futura electric guitar made in the USA. Overall condition good. 750 to 850. I think that colour is pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah, I quite like it. It's almost, maybe it's a bit over the top. The whole neck and the back is like that. If it was just the top like that, I think it would be pretty cool. But I like the humbucker and P90 at the neck position. I do like P90s, I have to say. What else have we got here? Gibson 1968 Gibson LGO with 0 acoustic. 1981 Gibson Heritage Series Les Paul. That's quite nice looking. Yeah, kind of interesting looking top on that. 3.5 to 4.5. Tobacco burst quilted maple top upon mahogany back. Let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, it's kind of slightly unusual looking top there. Yeah, quite like it. It's not too bad. 2014 Gibson 120th anniversary. Well, that's pretty red. 6 to 800. Yeah. Once again, I kind of don't hate that for some reason. I don't know why. But I probably should, but I don't. 2000 Gibson SG. 2003 Gibson Les Paul double cut. These are pretty cool. I do like these, I have to say. I think they're pretty decent guitars. 2016 Gibson limited run Midtown. Yeah, I wish I'd bought one of these Midtowns when they first came out, actually, because they were pretty good value. I think you can still get them for pretty good deal, but maybe not as cheap as they were at the time. Gibson S1, which I think is quite funny. Sonex is super budget, still floating around the same prices they've been for quite a while, actually. 1999 Gibson Les Paul. 2021 Les Paul Junior. I've really never liked the look of Les Paul Junior, I have to say. Not my thing. Gibson ES 120T electric guitar. That's an interesting one. 1965. Yeah, curious model. Definitely not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I kind of like it. It's an interesting one there. Definitely. 1999 Gibson SG Special. 1982 Gibson. 2004 Gibson Les Paul Faded. 2004 Gibson Firebird. Yep, very cool. 2004 Gibson Les Paul. Right, a 1961 ES345 TD. 10 to 15,000 on this. I'm sure that's going to be pretty popular. Yeah, nice looking guitar. Good for age, finish, light checking, colour fading. So, another one, 1962, Gibson ES345 TDC, 10 to 15,000 on that. Be curious, like, long term to know, like, you know, how values of these guitars go, really. Is it just going to keep going up and up, or, you know, will it kind of crash at some point? I guess it depends on the popularity of guitars going forward. It seems to be pretty strong at the moment, but you never know. So this one, good for age, cherry finish. 1959 Gibson ES 140T. 1957 Gibson ES 350T hollow body. This is a bizarre looking thing. This looks like a quilted top as well of some kind, maybe not a light kind of quilt. This is a weird sunburst though. It's kind of a bit, yeah, not 100% kind of sure about that. Sunburst refinish. Wow, someone refinished it like that. Okay, well, let's say no more. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I bet that probably looked a lot nicer before. Gibson SG there. Gibson J45, 1959 Gibson ES 175D, 12 to 18. These are big old units, these ones. These are proper, kind of thick, really deep bodies on these. Yeah, I think it's okay. I'm not a massive fan, but yeah, interesting. 1976 Gibson ES 175D there. Right, we're on to the third page. We're gradually getting there. See what else we got. Right, 1974 ES 355 TD. Let's have a quick look at that. Interesting pictures that they have here. Yeah, quite like that. Nice headstock detail. Let's read a bit about this. Walnut finish there. Replacement Grover tuners, good for age. And let's see what the other bits are. Yeah, I think it's quite an interesting looking guitar, this one. Guitar is well used but good condition. Neck refinished. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Quite nice. 2006 Gibson Custom Shop ES 355. 1930s Gibson L7. These are pretty cool. 1965 Gibson ES 125 DC. It's one of these Gibson Midtowns again. 2013 Gibson Les Paul Signature electric guitar. Interesting colour there. It's kind of like off-white flame. Yeah, it's a really interesting finish on the top. Alpine White Burst. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of an unusual one. Not hating it, but interesting. Right, Tony Zamatis. Right, 18 to 22,000. There you go, an original one, not a copy. Interesting there. Yeah, some nice looking instrument there. Sold on behalf of the original owner. Okay, guitar was sold with extensive provenance. Right, I'm not going to read all of this stuff, but if you know, you know about this maker. Yeah, not my thing, but pretty cool example there. 2007 Hagstrom HL 550 hollow body. 1970s Hagstrom Viking, one of the original ones there. PVT 15, which I think are pretty cool. They're underrated guitars, I think. Burns Bison series reissue. PV Reactor. 1980s PV Nitro 3. Interesting. Dobro lap guitar there. Hofner very thin standard. 2021 Yamaha AC3R there. Michael Messer Lightning single cone resonator 4600. I think in this auction there are a few signed things a bit later. Hofner Galaxy there. Oh right, okay. Oh right, and I was thinking, why have they got a violin here? And now I understand, because it's a CF Martin one. Custom built Mustang electric guitar. Cool colour on that. That's pretty awesome. 2 to 400. Quite like that. Yeah, so let's have a look at this anyway. So CF Martin interest. Rare violin made by John H. Dykeman, Nazareth, PA. 15th of July 1940, number 2 to the inside label with fitted hard case. A rare violin made by former Martin guitar factory foreman John Henry Dykeman in 1914. Okay, so yeah, I mean 4 to 6,000. I just, maybe someone might buy it for kind of interest, but I mean, not trying to be disparaging. This is not really a particularly amazingly well made violin with the kind of normal kind of body kind of work that you would expect. Some American violins go for like big money, and even the Gibson were making violins as a proper production run for a bit, and they can sell quite well. I just cannot see that this will sell or would be worth that much, even in the US. But you know, you never know. You live and learn. I just don't. I think the estimate is way over double what it's worth, in my opinion. But if they can sell it, you know, good luck to them and fair play. And I'll, you know, I'll take that on board, but I think it's unlikely. So acoustic guitar there. Early 1980s overwater bass. Okay, that's interesting. 2003 Ibanez Steve Vai Gem. Got a Guild 12 string there. Watkins Rapier there. JWC Manouche guitars. Moreno Gypsy Jazz. Gretsch Electromatic there. Ibanez AS50. Yamaha Super Flighter. Yamaha SG500B. A Collins D2H even acoustic guitar. These are really nice instruments here, 2 to 2.5. Let's have a look at that. Fairly kind of standard looking, this one, nothing too crazy. Warwick Corvette there. K. John British hardwood prototype. Okay. Not for me, I don't think. Let's see what else. Epiphone Les Paul, Blue Ridge, Alvarez, fairly standard stuff. Gitane, Gypsy Jazz guitar, another one there. Ibanez Premium Series, we're getting a bit lower tier now. We've got Sterling by Music Man. Flax, one of these Flaxwood guitars. I think I remember seeing them at a show like years and years ago. 46. I wonder if they're still going. I don't really follow any of this stuff anymore, to be honest. Larive acoustic. A couple more Larives, always quite nice. Nice old Rickenbacker lap steel there. Pretty cool. Right, what else do we have? Ibanez there, 1970s S-type electric guitar. Okay. Branded Greco, possibly composite, 2 to 300. That's an interesting looking guitar for sure. 2016 CF Martin Electro Acoustic there. Taylor, the Taylor here, Yamaha Electro Acoustic. This is pretty bizarre. 2016 Taran guitars by Rory Dowling, PT01 tenor guitar. Massive body on that, 1500 to I think 2000, isn't it? Yeah, that is pretty something, isn't it? Instrument is unique. Yeah, I'd agree with that. David Oddy acoustic guitar. Another David Oddy, so we're getting into some boutique makers here. Davey Stewart electro acoustic. Paul Reed Smith guitar there. Burns Shadow custom signature model there. Another Burns 40th anniversary. Kelly Jones stereophonic interest. Wurlitzer Wildcat. Purchased by the vendor from Chandler's Q London. Told at the time the guitar was previously owned by Kelly Jones of Stereophonics. Okay, interesting. Godin Montreal Premier hollow body. Right, moving on again to another page. Custom made hollow body electric guitar there. Let's just see, what does it say? Inscribed McCraith. Okay, interesting. What's the estimate there? 2 to 300. Body amber burst peerless thin line body. Okay. 1974 Guild S100 even. An Eastman there. Fried Van Dorslayer acoustic. Okay. D'Angelico 2020, one of these kind of modern ones. That interesting kind of like pink gold finish or something like that. Matte Rose gold, that's it. Getting all that terminology wrong today. Futurama there. Gary Stroop Archtop. 2007 either. 150 to 250. Looks a little bit curious. A roughly made archtop. Okay, well, it does look a little bit rough, to be fair, not wanting to be rude to anyone. 1995 Brian Moore custom guitar. These are interesting, like the iGuitar things. I remember seeing these at the time and just being like kind of curious now. It's amazing that some of these brands that were around. Stuart Keane custom build S-type. Guild there from 1994. Ernie Ball, Music Man, Albert Lee signature. I always thought these were pretty cool. Levinson Blade there. They used to be quite valuable, those. I don't know if people still go for them anymore. Here's that kind of Line 6 James Tyler collaboration. I really used to love the James Tyler guitars. I really was super close to buying one. I love that kind of crazy headstock they had, but never bought one in the end. Goad in there, that's an interesting one. Reverend, all fairly standard. Washburn dime bar Bag Darrell signature there. 1995 Epiphone, Santa Cruz acoustic. Another Martin. Loudon is always go pretty big on the Loudons there. 4.5 to 5.5 there. I mean, they're so neatly made. That's nice. It's got this kind of slight whatever beveled edge or a thing there to help a bit with the playing. Although I've got an acoustic with a massive kind of like comfort cut here, and I still lose circulation in my arm when I play, so I think I just need to have like all of that bit, just a complete cutaway really. But that's my own problem there. PRS there, interesting colour. Another Paul Reed Smith stuff here. Never really been super taken by any of the Paul Reed Smith stuff, to be honest. I just don't find it particularly exciting, so that's why I'm not really getting into it too much. Really like these old Ibanez artists though. These are great. 700 to 1,000. I think these are really cool guitars. Thought these were starting to be worth a bit more than that now. But yeah, really, these are really cool guitars. Really like these. What else we got here? Hofner. That's nice. Hofner President. Harmony there. I do like these Hofner guitars, but these ones here so far not super nice. We've got a Heritage here. Yeah, like the Heritage guitars as well. Never liked the headstock on Heritage, unfortunately, but liked everything else about them. But the headstock just really kind of put me off these, to be honest. More Epiphone, Jackson there, Gretsch Electromatic. Another Line 6 James Tyler thing there. Takamine or Takamine, whatever. Acoustic, Blue Ridge. Taylor there. The Taylor, more Taylors, CF Martin. It's just more of the same really, nothing too interesting. Yamaha Lag Tramontane there, 2003 Variax there. Gretsch Electromatic. Robin Greenwood acoustic guitar, made in England. Okay, 2 to 400. It's a curious body shape on that one. Gretsch Streamliner there. More Gretsch's. Leveson Blade again there. That's how I thought that these were worth a lot more, but maybe I imagine that. This is an interesting guitar. 1982 Ibanez SB70. Quite like these. Walnut finished ash. Yeah, it's nice looking guitars really. And they're kind of interesting. Quite rounded, but definitely curious. Oh, it's a Chapman guitars. Interesting. I think they're still quite popular. As far as I'm aware, I'm not really following it too much, other than the occasional online drama that I see a few videos of. Jay Satriani, Gretsch, Sterling by Music Man. Still got a few pages left, so I think there's some memorabilia at the end, so we probably won't have to cover that. But Selma Lap Steel, Burns Brian May, Custom Build S-Type, Yamaha AES 620 there, Diamonds, the lower guild model stuff, Hofner Professional, Epiphone, Yamaha, Washburn. These are actually kind of cool. I think I wanted one of these at the time. I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. I was like, this looks like a good kind of metal, kind of not too extreme looking guitar. I think these are pretty cool actually. 2 to 300, it's not too bad. Yeah, quite like these. I think these are quite a good look actually, for me personally anyway. What I'd really want would be a Jackson Firebird with like a reverse Firebird. That would be absolutely epic. Really like these. Dan Electro Longhorn. Let's see what else we got here. Epiphone Nighthawk. One of these 1981 Aria Pro 2s. Interesting. Gordon Smith. Cool. Gordon Smith GS2. I used to have one of these for a little bit, and that was a bit messed around with, but it was a cool guitar. Like, played really well, but pretty kind of not super high end really. 3 to 500, that seems fair, but a lot of people still love them. I think they're still going in some way. I think they all got sold a little while ago, but interesting. PV K-Swing Master, Vox Winchester bass guitar. Okay, that's interesting. 1,000 to 2,000 on that. Small metal body. Yeah, it's a bit of a curious one, isn't it? Another Line 6 Variax, Watkins Rapier, 1965 Guild T100 there. Guild D12 Ovation Breadwinner. Yeah, these are awesome as well. These are just crazy. 6 to 800. I just think these are really cool. I really love the bridges on these, are like amazing. Really great design. So I do like those. Epiphone Casino, Epiphone Les Paul there. Nigel Thornbury Linton 12 string. Okay, John Birch bass. Interesting. 5 to 800 there. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I thought the John Birch stuff was maybe worth a bit more, but maybe not. Epiphone custom build Telecaster there. The custom Telecaster, cool colour on that. More custom build stuff. Takamine, more Paul Reed Smith stuff, and some other acoustics. More Taylors. Like, we're getting a lot of this stuff. It's sort of a bit generic. We're looking for something a bit more interesting. This is pretty cool. Joe Villette or Villette Moonhole Acoustic. Yeah, baritone. That's pretty cool looking. 1,500 to 2,000. I like the style on that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. One of these Vox organ guitars. That's interesting. Ovation Balladeer. Rickenbacker lap guitar. D'Angelico there. 2006. But once again, this is not an original kind of one. This is a modern one. It's this kind of career. There we go. Gitane again. Hofner bass. Gretsch Eastman, John Pisano, Warwick bass there. Moondog guitars. Hofner Senator. That's cool. Epiphone stuff there. Ovation. 1965 CF Martin 0021. Okay, that's quite nice. Into some better acoustic territory there. Yeah, I think that's quite a nice guitar. Let's see what they say here. Very good condition. Brazilian rosewood, so it's going to have some CITES fun on that for some people. Derek Misselford custom tree root guitar. Okay, interesting. Quite like that. I think that's going to be a real good thumbnail image. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, quite like that. That's pretty quirky. 3 to 500, pretty cool. I like it. Furch, the really nice makers, really nice acoustic guitars. Real nice quality stuff. That's a nice kind of comfort cut or whatever you want to call it. Custom build Duosonic. That's pretty cool, like luminous colour there. Almost looks like an AI generated image there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, quite like that. That's pretty good. Another custom build. This person must like real kind of like strong colours, I think. Right, we're getting on to the next page now. An Alden Chester Artist Rosewood guitar there. PJD guitars. Another PJD. Not, I don't really know this company, to be honest. Made in England. Nice P90s on that. Okay, let's go. CF Martin there from 2000. Takamine, one of these Casio digital things. Electra MPC Outlaw electric guitar. Yeah, these are interesting. Like, I don't think you get these in the UK much. These Electra guitars. I'm pretty sure Trogley's Guitar Show, I think he was talking about some of these. I just don't think that you get these that much in the UK. These Japanese guitars, but I think in the US they had them a lot more. Another Watkins Rapier here. Proper national style O resonator there. It's been converted, I think. Replace Conan Biscuit. Okay, overall condition fair. Okay, another Furch there. Ovation, Epiphone Triumph. Okay, that's nice, quite an older one. Is this 30s or something? Yeah, 1934. I think this is is this pre-Gibson? I can never remember what the dates are, but yeah, pretty cool. Burns Vista Sonic there, Burns Baldwin Bison, more Burns stuff. Baldwin Virginian hollow body, that's an interesting looking one. 700 to 1,000 on that. Let's see what else we have. 1970s Jim Burns Custom. Okay, that's an interesting looking one there. That's pretty bonkers. 800 to 1,200. All it takes is for someone in a good band or something that kind of makes it to play one of these wacky guitars, and all of a sudden they become really, really popular. Tokai there, always popular. An old recording king. J.W. Gallagher and son Doc Watson. Okay, 1,500 to 2,000 there. Yeah, cool. And David R. Wright Herringbone P25. There's a thin line bass thing there, electric double bass. 1970s Scandi Fastneck Electric, one of the original Hagstroms there, 5 to 700. Okie dokie. I think we must be getting somewhat near the end now. One of these micro effects things, Sigma guitars, Ricardo Duo Twin Acoustic. I think this might have been in like one of the previous auctions. I can't quite remember. Warwick bass there, Yamaha Guild, an old Guild there, 12 string. That's quite nice. Some older Hofner guitars. These Hofners I've never been so keen on, but I like some of the old archtops. Carvin there, DC 135. Morris Epiphone, RE Van Spronsen Custom Palm. Okay, Palm, interesting. 2 to 400. Okay, another Ibanez artist there, that's nice. Takamine, an LTD by ESP there. Vox Custom, Faith, Hofner very thin, no lot on that. K Jazz 2 Kelvinator, that's pretty cool. Look at the headstock on that, that is a beast. That is an absolute beast. I really like that actually. I think that's a really cool guitar. Really, really interesting. It's probably not amazing quality woods and things, but the aesthetic of it in general, pretty funky. 800 to 1,200 on that. Yeah, interesting. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Correct Country Gentleman hollow body. Something's missing there. No lot on that one. 1970s Hofner bass there, the violin bass. Paul McCartney just got his one back, didn't he? So it's not going to be that one. Ryan Taylor custom made guitar. Another Taylor guitar there. Deirdre Cartwright TV used 1964 Fender Stratocaster 8 to 10,000. Let's have a look at this. Quite a lot of pictures on this one. Let's see. Okay, good condition. Let's see what they're saying here. Purchased by Deirdre Cartwright from Chandler's Q London 1980, and was the main guitar that she used on the first BBC TV Rock School series broadcast in 1983. Okay, interesting. British guitarist and composer, was a member of Painted Lady Girls' School, which she left to form her next band, Tour de Force. A bit lost on me, unfortunately, all those references a little bit before my time. I know Chandler's, or have been before it closed, to the Chandler's shop in Kew, so I know of all of that, but that show is a little bit before my time, but interesting. Another Deirdre Cartwright one here. Alright, an early Paul Reed Smith then. That's quite interesting. I said I don't really like to spend too much time looking at Paul Reed Smith, but yeah, interesting. That's quite curious. And another more things here. Schecter, one of these old Wem things. It's a Deirdre Cartwright thing as well. Vox AC30 from 1962. Another AC30 there. This is nice. AC30 Super Twin sloped amp. That's pretty nice. 2 to 2.5. Pretty good. Ricky Gardiner SG there. Ricky Gardiner as well. More Ricky Gardiner stuff. Let's go on to the final page and see what we've got here. More Ricky Gardiner stuff. Let's have a look at this modified JHS guitar there. Renowned guitarist and songwriter composer who notably collaborated with iconic artists such as Iggy Pop, David Bowie, and producer Tony Visconti. Okay, interesting. King Crimson studio used James. It's one of these truss arts. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's quite a low estimate for a truss art. I thought those were way more expensive than that. I think I'm a bit out of the loop, to be honest, but interesting. Another King Crimson thing here. Some drums. That's a little bit of a way from guitars. Mark Griffiths, the Shadows. Hank Marvin. It's a kind of Strat thing there. It's an interesting Fender guitar there. John Entwistle interest. 1972 Fender Precision bass guitar. Okay. Sold on behalf of the estate of Keith Hyde. Keith purchased the bass from a music store in Hounslow, London. Keith was told by the store owner that the guitar had previously belonged to John Entwistle of The Who. Being a fan of the band, Keith jumped at the opportunity to add this guitar to his collection. Following ownership, when Keith took the bass apart, he found a note concealed inside. If found, please return to John Entwistle, The Who. A reward will be offered. Please contact our London office. Alright, that's pretty cool. And that's a note. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, that might be definitely of interest to someone. James Bradfield interest. Ray Majors. Stage and studio used 2008 Fender Classic player. Okay, various artists auditioned guitar there. Who is it? Members of the Subways, the Hive, Spectre, and one other band from an Oxfam charity auction. And here is some other memorabilia that I don't think we need to look at, but this is pretty much the end of the auction anyway. So yeah, there we go. This has been the first guitar auction of Gardiner Houlgate. Gave that a pretty good overview actually. Yeah, not too bad. Some pretty amazing stuff in there, to be fair. Nothing that quite piques my interest, because I'm like kind of weird stuff a bit more, and this is fairly standard, and I like some of the really old archtops or antique guitars, but no, some real solid interesting stuff for sure, so definitely worth looking at if you like guitars. So I'll put a link in the description as always. I really appreciate anyone that's watched this. Thanks a lot, and I will catch you next time. Bye.